actually in the granary itself now. So I'm within the building that was fought over for 2 days. You see this is a small museum here. It's free, but I gave a donation. And what you can see here on the right is a massive diorama of the battle. Unfortunately, the ladies just told me that there are no lights here, but you can get an idea of the size of this. I'm sorry, I didn't get in a reflection, but you can see there. So we have here the granary itself in model form, all the way over to Aspern as well on the other side, burning there. The larger of the two villages. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think these are Eschi figures. They certainly look like it. I recognise some of them anyway, at least. But all these are painted. There's some French cuirassiers there. There may be airfix ones actually. That's interesting to see. But you can see this is a massive, massive diorama. We've got maps, all kinds of information about the battle as well. Napoleon himself, looking very pensive. He's just about to lose. And so the various bits and pieces of information. Unfortunately, this is in German, so I can't read it. I don't speak German, but if the German speakers out there, if you want to pause the video and read some of these things, please do. We've also going to bring you back into this diorama. We've got the Austrians attacking there, as you can see, in their white uniforms. This is kind of making me think a little bit about what I'm going to do in future with maybe short practice, or even Luca, because this is a much bigger battle than Waterloo, and I've already got most of the figures for Waterloo. Anyway, that's for something for the future. This is the fighting around the granary. You can see here there's a model of the granary itself. The Austrian grenadiers attacking on the second day about 9 AM. The granary itself is big enough to hold about 400 men, and the French were using it basically. It in some way reflects the battlefield of Waterloo as well, in that you've got the basically two fortified farmhouses on either flank. So it's almost like La Haye-Sainte and Hougoumont, and these are the key to the battle really. And it was with the Austrians. The Austrians, unfortunately, at the end of the battle, really didn't follow up on their success of fighting with, actually winning, and they really probably could have pursued the French a little harder. But both sides, after two days of fighting, were absolutely knackered by this point. Anyway, you can see here. I think this is the French cavalry attack on the first day against the Austrian squares. And the guns as well, you can see them. They might just be able to pick them out there in the background. As I say, unfortunately, because there's no lights on this diorama today, you're going to have to take my word for it. But some lovely painted figures here. I mean, this would be a great war game, and the battle itself lends itself massively to various different scenarios. Blucher springs to mind, of course. Could quite easily play this with short practice with some of the smaller actions as well, as the French are advancing onto Lobau Island. And you could also even play with things like black powder and do, an intermediate, just doing the attack on the granary itself, or even onto Aspern village as well. So there's, you can go in and out as you want with this particular battle. Very interesting stuff. And interesting in its own way because of the Austrian victory. Let's have a look at the rest of this museum that we're at here. So, and images of the time as well, which is nice. So these were obviously some contemporary paintings. This is the Lion of Aspern, the Loda Aspern, I think it's pronounced, Lova. I'll be popping over there after I've finished here, and we'll be going to have a look at that. There's the Austrian Grenzers attacking the granary itself. A famous painting of that. A picture of that. We have infantry uniforms, French infantry uniform here. This is from the 1809 campaign, obviously. And that's nice. I don't know if that's an original. Could well be. So it looks it. Let's give you a bit of a close-up on this. So this is what the French are wearing. And then we have a cuirassier plate up here as well. That's very nice. And also bits and pieces from the battlefield as well. So a little bit of battlefield archaeology in here. Looks like we've got some horseshoes, various stirrups, the chain, not sure what, possibly probably from maybe from artillery, what do you call it, ammunition boxes, that kind of thing. Some more here, and then we also have over on this side more musket balls and cannonballs. You can see there's violence to the place. There's plenty of shrapnel shells as well, the various bits and pieces of the cannonballs as well as they burst, and other bits and pieces, accoutrements of various military things. And again, more over here, buckles, buttons, even a fork, bent fork and a spoon, bayonets as well, and a fork for eating. And we also have a couple of images of the uniforms as well, so the French uniforms. So we've got the infantry line and also the grenadiers of the guard and the cuirassiers as well, all the famous ones there. Okay, right, that's your quick museum tour of the granary. I'll just give you another good shot of it over here. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off here, so I'm going to sign the visitor's book, and I will head over to Aspern and we'll have a look at the church and the museum over there as well. So come back in, check the channel, and see you again over in about 10, or well, probably about half an hour or so. Okay, thanks for watching.